As temperatures soar, Rand Water says its water supply network is taking some strain. It's urging users in and around Gauteng to use water wisely. Well, Rand Water spokesperson Justice Mohale is on the line for us this morning to give us an update. Justice, good morning and thanks for your time this morning. Now, we know that Rand Water is saying that consumption is putting a strain on the bulk water supply. We've had a few hot days. We're not really into the heat wave. It seems that we're going to be in the thick of that still to come. What is the state of our water supply at the moment?
Thanks so much for this opportunity. Rand Water has decided to to urge consumers to use water sparingly. This is as a result of this heat wave that has been forecast for the entire week in the provinces of Gauteng and Mpumalanga, which are areas of supply. This is putting strain on our network. We don't want our network or our reservoirs to completely go dry because it will be difficult for us to raise the water level and for the water levels. That is why we have issued this precautionary statement to let people out there aware that if they use water, if they use too much water, the consumption is higher than demand, then that's going to be a serious problem.
So what are you asking people to do, Justice? What are you asking them to do and not do? What are the absolute no's at this time?
We are asking people to use water sparingly. There are situations where we are not supposed to be using water. Like, for instance, you drive around, you see other people washing or cleaning their pavement with using their hoses. And there are people who water their gardens during the day. And some people, washing cars. This is a very critical time, because when the consumption is high, even though we have enough water in terms of purifying from our system, on our system, when the consumption is high, it's difficult to raise the water levels because our network has to reach a certain level. Network, I'm talking about our reservoirs. They have to reach a certain level, which is, let me say, between 60 and 90% before we can release water to our customers, who are municipalities, to their reservoirs. And again, they have to raise the water level so that they can be able to release it to customers out there. But if the consumption, on the other hand, is high, the consumers are using too much water, this system will be depleted. And to raise the water levels in our in our network, it takes hours.
Now, Justice, it's Dan Moyane here. The heat wave, as Yuveka said, in Gauteng, for example, is just coming from, according to the forecast, from tomorrow, Wednesday. It's going to be much higher than 30 degrees right through to the weekend. Now, if for any reason, of course, people are going to be using more water, although your appeal is for them to use water sparingly, the demand will go high. Are you, as Rand Water, going to start regulating the flow of supply to your customers, the municipalities, or not? How are you going to manage to maintain that level that is required in your reservoirs?
At the moment, the way the situation is, the way we see it, that it's going to be bad. We cannot even regulate, because the reservoirs, the network needs to have enough capacity. We cannot even reduce the supply, because as it comes, the water just flows, and which is why we are trying to tell people at the end users, to say, please use water sparingly. But when push comes to shove, I think we will have to do that in the end. And but we can only do that in conjunction, or we'll have to liaise with our customers, mainly municipalities, because they're the ones who supply the end users. We'll have to come up with a strategy to say, guys, we have to find a way. We may decide on reducing the flow, so that the water levels can go up, because if the network is completely depleted, it's just going to take maybe a day or two to raise the water levels.
All right, thanks very much, Rand Water spokesperson Justice Mohale on the line. They're just urging us, as the heat wave is set to now really, I think, hit us over the next couple of days, to please just be careful and cautious about how you use your water.